Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, August 22nd, 2015. The fire potential impacts for the coming week are really going to occur beginning on Tuesday as we see moisture move northward through the Great Basin, which will increase thunderstorm activity across the whole Great Basin, but the storms in Utah will be on the wet side. Right now we're highlighting portions of central Nevada for some drier thunderstorms on Tuesday, and then moving up into portions of western and central Idaho for Wednesday and Thursday timeframe. This is still a few days out, so the timing and locations of these thunderstorms is still yet to be determined, but we just wanted to highlight the risk at this time. Lightning activity was observed over central Utah yesterday, and those storms were accompanied by a little bit of precipitation, although in the West Desert the storms were on the drier side. Precipitation has been quite minimal over the last 7 days across much of the Great Basin. We did see a little activity in the central part of the Great Basin about 7 days ago, but since then it's been quite dry. And in comparison to our neighbors over the last 14 days, we have seen a little bit more precipitation where it's been quite dry in California and the Northwest. This morning's water vapor imagery quickly shows that low moving off to the north and east over the northern Rockies. This is the low that brought the cold front to the Great Basin yesterday with those stronger winds. Today we'll see that west to northwest flow continue across the Great Basin. Large fire potential remains somewhat elevated across the north and west, where conditions are warm and dry, particularly over Nevada. Temperatures have cooled in the wake of yesterday's cold front, especially over central and eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, and across much of Utah, with highs in the 80s. This northwest flow has brought a fair amount of smoke down into the Great Basin from the northwest, and we'll see that smoke stick around for another day or two. And some of that moisture lingers across southern and central Utah, where we expect to see more thunderstorms develop this afternoon. On Sunday, the ridge gets a chance to rebuild across the Great Basin for warming temperatures region-wide, particularly over the north and east. Temperatures will be back into the low to mid-90s across Utah and Idaho, with warmer temperatures over Nevada. Moisture in place over southern Utah today will be able to move a little bit further north on Sunday as the ridge builds in, and we could see some isolated thunderstorms over the northern Utah mountains. More of the same is expected for Monday, as the ridge continues to create a warm and generally dry weather pattern. Temperatures will be in the mid-90s across Utah and Idaho on Monday, with warmer temperatures over Nevada, and still expecting those isolated thunderstorms over the mountains of central and eastern Utah. Some moisture will possibly make its way up into western Idaho during this time frame for some isolated thunderstorms there as well. The bigger change begins on Tuesday, as we'll see moisture make a stronger push into the southern Great Basin. These storms may start off on the dry side in portions of southern Nevada, but will likely quickly turn wet across the south there. Further north in central Nevada, the storms may be on the drier side. On Wednesday, we'll see a low-pressure trough drop into the area off the Pacific Northwest coast. This will increase southwest flow over the western portions of the Great Basin, and it looks like some moisture is going to accompany that system as well. We're looking for an increase in thunderstorm activity during the Wednesday-Thursday timeframe, with some of the drier storms being anticipated over northern Nevada and western and central Idaho. So both Wednesday and Thursday could be initial attack days. This is still a few days out, and the details are still somewhat unclear as to exactly how much lightning we'll receive and where the lightning will occur. But right now we're highlighting this time frame as a possible increase in initial attack and possibly large fire activity. And the thunderstorms will likely linger into Friday as well. Forecast precipitation amounts are shown here. Image on the left is today through Monday, with most of the precipitation being observed over the central Utah mountains. As we move into this next work week, some of that moisture will move into eastern Nevada and up into Idaho as thunderstorms develop in those areas. Large fire potential has been on the increase region-wide for the last week or so, and right now I would say we probably have the most widespread high fire danger that we've seen all season, with Idaho, Nevada, and Utah all experiencing fire danger in the 70th to 80th percentile. The highest fire danger remains over western and central Idaho, but portions of Nevada and Utah are on their way up. The extended outlook for the end of August and the very 1st of September hasn't changed too much in the last few days. We're still looking for a cool signal across the Great Basin as more troughs move into the forecast. And there's a bit of a wet signal included, particularly over the Pacific Northwest, but we may be just on the fringe of that, especially over Idaho and northern Nevada. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.